Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Just another quick video here. This time I pulled out 3 more autopilot issues, I guess you'd call it. Before I get into that, I just want to point out, look, I'm a fan of Tesla. You can see here I've got my Cybertruck pre-order. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the tri-motor or if we'll downgrade or something, but anyway, I really do like the products that they make. I really believe in electric cars, but I think Tesla makes a fantastic product. Purpose of this video is just to kind of point out some issues with the sort of autopilot, probably leading into full self-driving and all that. I do not have the full self-driving. I just have the free autopilot that came with my Model 3 all-wheel drive long range. But anyway, I just want to point out I'm not a fanboy, but I'm a Tesla fan, if that makes sense. So I enjoy their products. I think they're a great company. I believe in their vision. But I do believe that a lot of the technologies may be there's over expectation. Maybe it's oversold at this current time. I know that they're in the middle of doing a big rewrite for their autonomous driving. We'll see how that goes. But as it stands today, this video, I hope it just kind of points out some problems so that people don't get too trusting of the technology, because you'll see in this video and some of my other videos there's some fairly important safety issues, and some of these issues absolutely have to be worked out before there could be any kind of autonomous driving or anything even close to it, even assisted driving. There's some problems here. So the first clip we'll see, I'm just going to explain these 3 clips. I was sitting there complaining about previous video that I made about phantom braking, which was really bad. But as I was complaining about that, I was coming around a corner, and you're going to see there was a truck coming at me head on in my lane. He was pulling a trailer or something like that. And as he was coming towards me, autopilot was engaged in my all-wheel drive, and yeah, the technology had slowed down my car, which was probably the most important thing, so I did give a thumbs up for that. But at the same time, right at a critical moment when that car was sort of like switching quickly from hitting me to going back into his lane, swerving at the last minute, autopilot just turned off. So it's really a bad time to have, the features turn off and all this kind of thing. So I just found that awkward. You can make of it whatever you wish. That was the first item we're going to look at. The second one was, let me see here. Just forgot. Second one, this one's pretty important. I was coming around a fairly sharp corner, and there were warning signs in yellow saying, sharp corner ahead, slow down from the speed limit was 100 kilometers an hour, and it suggests slow down to 70. And there's big lines in the road and grooves and everything, and autopilot only slowed down to about 88 kilometers per hour, didn't slow down anywhere near the suggested 70. And this is winter time. If there's any amount of snow or ice in the road, that would have been a very dangerous situation. There's those suggestion signs and safety signs, and autopilot didn't really seem to do it. I think it saw that the corner was sharp and it did slow down somewhat, but it wasn't enough in my opinion. So that was a safety issue. And then the last item we're going to look at, to me, this one's absolutely critical, especially for city driving, but really anywhere. You're going to see as I pull into the town of Quesnel, coming down this hill right near the airport, and the speed limit's 100 kilometers per hour. And as I come down the hill, you can see, if you watch closely, on the right-hand side, there are some signs saying, okay, the speed limit's going to slow down to 70. and then it changes to 70, and as it does, I point out in the video, for a little while it doesn't pick up anything, and then eventually Autopilot thinks it's 80 kilometers an hour, even though physically it's 70, and that's been like that for years. That speed limit hasn't changed there. But for whatever reason, Autopilot thinks it's 80. So I'm sitting there driving along, and then suddenly it randomly, just a little bit later, it thinks it's 60. So on both sides of the equation, first of all, it's 10 kilometers too high. So then remember, Autopilot, I had it set to going 10 over. So it's going 90 in a 70 zone. Then it thinks it's 60. So, you know, that's actually kind of doing the speed limit, doing 70 in a 70 zone, but it thought it's 60. So, you know, Autopilot needs to understand speed limits, and it needs to do it well. Anyway, those are the 3 things you're going to see in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching the video. Please also subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, click the like button. Thanks.
Reporting on an accident that happened, I believe, there, where a guy was driving, someone was tailgating him, and yeah, the phantom braking supposedly happened there, and the guy got rear-ended. So I could definitely see that happening. I mean, I'm driving in, you know, a time when the highways are, oh my goodness, look at this. That was pretty interesting. Did you guys see that? Autopilot saw a truck that was going to hit me head on, and for some reason, it just turned off. It slowed down, which was, I thought, you know, did the right thing, and then it just kind of, maybe that was me holding the steering wheel too stiff, I'm not sure. Autopilot here, it's supposed to slow down to 70, and it's not slowing down. Alright, it kind of is, but it didn't do it back there where the sign said to slow down. And it didn't slow down to what the speed limit said to slow down to, so I'm not sure what to think about this. If that was winter time and we were taking that corner at 90, that wouldn't have been very safe. Autopilot took a little too long to figure out where the lanes were. Now it's kind of swerving left and right, trying to figure it out. Speed limit 70 coming up. Let's see if it figures that out. Now, 70. Still thinks it's 100. Still thinks it's 100. Still thinks it's 100. I'm speeding. Going way over the limit. Finally here, it thinks it's 80, but it's actually 70. Still the wrong speed. Speed limit's 70, it thinks it's 80. Come on. Totally wrong. Alright, we're going to turn off some autopilot action here. There's another 70-kilometer-hour sign. See if it picks it up now. Not sure how. No, it says it's 60. Totally wrong. There's no consistency with Tesla's ability to determine what the speed limit is, and that's, to me, that's another fundamental item here. I got to see a big improvement before I could ever consider any kind of autopilot.